So we have covered the three major areas we will see in subsequent videos. We're going to finish up our overview by talking about a real-world example. What can you do with this, right? So it's one thing to build a model, but at the end of the day, we want to get the model back to people who can use it. So how do we do that? One way we can do that is thinking about Assist AI, right? Something like a physician extender where essentially we can take some of the functionality that was done by a human, and where it's automatic enough and clear-cut enough, we can actually move it into an automated way of doing things. So Assist AI for healthcare. We want to do what medical practitioners do, and we want to do it without making mistakes, which is actually a lot easier when you're a machine rather than a human, right? You can get a set of guidelines and you can follow them deterministically. We want to take over standard interactions to relieve the burden on healthcare practitioners. Practitioners make mistakes because they have too many patients. If we can take the patients and the cases that are straightforward and move them over to AI, we can relieve the burden on the entire system. Finally, we will have highly available helpers for patients. So the dream is that in the future, none of us will have these times at 3 in the morning when we are worried about something and unable to get an answer because we don't want to go to the emergency room. So there's lots of ways that Assist AI can make life better, both for clinicians and for patients. So we're going to try to do what medical practitioners do, and we're going to try to do it without making mistakes with this Assist AI. Now, one reason Assist AI is really well positioned to help extend the functionality of physicians, right, essentially be a physician extender, is that clinical practice itself and the education that clinicians receive is itself flowchart based. A flowchart is a very good way to structure how a computer works, right? So we can piggyback off the fact that clinicians work from flowcharts and do the same. There's a lot of information, right? So for humans, this can be very difficult. Medical board exams are really grueling in terms of preparation, right? Because it can be difficult as a human to remember many flowcharts. But for a computer, this is very, very simple, very deterministic, and can be error-free if the flowcharts themselves are error-free. Computers can handle millions of flowcharts if need be. So an Assist AI based on a flowchart can be tremendously useful because it can really supplement human knowledge and do it in a very routine way to take care of routine cases without fail.